Welcome to Swahili Online TV and American Swahili News. We're broadcasting live from Columbia, South Carolina this afternoon, and then we do have our guest. She's joining us live from Houston, Texas. Welcome to our show, Miss Majollo.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Patrick. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. This is my second time to the show, so I'm very excited.
Thank you again. You're really welcome to our show this afternoon. And as you can see, the banner just going across our screen, this coming June 5th, 2021, you are going to host a exhibit or a showcasing for your students. Tell us a little bit about what is that and what is the purpose of having that showcase.
Okay, so on June 5th, we are going to have a special event, for our kids. Habari Academy started last year, just the beginning of June of 2020. And so we are going to make 1 year. So I always feel like, okay, now you're 1 year. So what does it really mean? Okay, so it could mean a lot of different things. But to me, as the teacher over there, the director, the founder, I'm so touched because there's so many kids who started with us, beginning of June, and in this June 2021, they are going to make a year. So that means so much for the kids. And first of all, I thank so much for the parents, because there's several parents who, join and they drop on the way. I know there are so many different good reasons to do that. Yeah, so I'm so appreciative to those parents who care to their kids, who so much believed in that, that their kids can be able to learn, Swahili, can be able to speak Swahili, can be able to eventually, write Swahili. So this June, so I was like, okay, so it's time for us to showcase what our kids have learned. Okay, so how can they do that? There's so many ways they can do that, right? But I figured, let's just go ahead and make sure that they know content. Okay, this event could be about speaking Swahili, but it was like, can they speak something meaningful? Okay, can they have a decent conversation? Can I talk about something, impactful? So I went ahead and said, okay, so we can go ahead and get them ready to present, subjects in biology, math, geography, science, and then we could pick just a topic. So you have several topics that we have picked from each particular subject that our kids are going to talk about in Swahili.
Very good. You have touched so many things, such as first, you beginning by thanks the parents for allowing their children to join your Habari Academy that is located in Houston, Texas. And then I think what you're doing to the community just in general through the virtual connections is to number one, I think, is to introduce the language, Swahili language. And second, I think, is you are sharing knowledge of, as a teacher, both of us, we are teachers, sharing knowledge with the parents and their kids of how to understanding, let's say, the words in Swahili and translated them in English, in science subject, in biology, chemistry, and etc. Let me move our conversations now directly to the event that you're going to host, I think, on June 5th. So it's been almost a year now since you have started the programs. Can you just share with us just a little bit about the progress that you're seeing from your student?
I've seen it so much. Our kids are so passionate about learning. And I always go back to the parents as well, because I know the kids cannot do so much unless the parents are also pushing behind the scene. Yeah, so our kids have learned, grammar, so I'm focusing as a founder, and as a passionate, I'm a very passionate teacher myself, regardless of what I'm teaching, whether it's Swahili. I'm that kind of person who to produce the results. I just don't want to spend my energy doing something and I don't have the result that I'm truly looking for, So so our kids have learned grammar, in Swahili. So to me, that was very, very important. And some of them, they'll be like, okay, we're trying to speak a little Swahili at home, but we just didn't know the grammar of any language, just trying to be perfect to truly speak the language itself. Yeah, so grammar, they've learned so much. They learn counting, they know to count, they can read any number, those grown-ups, because I always have that little kids. I mean, I'm separating based on the age groups. So I know that the ones that are studying from 12 and going onwards, I can push them so much because some of them are in high school, so I can push them as much as I really want to because I know that they are capable of doing that. So they've learned grammar, and I always try also to get them acquainted with the region because where Swahili is coming from. And this is one thing that, like the geography they're going to talk about, they're also going to touch a little bit about the East Africa. I mean, sometimes it's always easy to take things for granted. Just because you know so much, you think somebody else should know or they already know. Our kids, I mean, they really don't know much. I mean, like if you tell them East Africa, they can, if you don't teach them, or as a parent, even at home, if you don't teach them the Eastern Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda, they really don't know. So sometimes the teachings, it could be sounds like somebody will be like, oh, this is, it does, but it makes a lot of impact. We want our kids not only to know Swahili, but also to be knowledgeable, I mean, because you think that they're translating, right? You think these are the things that they should already know in English, like Africa, what are countries in Africa? You think that because somebody's in high school, they should already know that East Africa has this country. They just don't know. So those are kind of things that we're trying to teach them, trying to get a hang of it, just get them connected to the culture itself, not just only the language.
Very good. So it looks like, it's up here, Habari Academy. It does not only teach the grammar, counting, and the other things, but it's pretty much also focused on a knowledge transfer about the continent of Africa, particularly the East African region, specific in Tanzania and surrounding countries. Congratulations for that. I really commend you for hard working that you're doing. Let me move forward with our conversations with respect to the question about the parents now. Do you think the parents, they're receiving a positive messages from your teaching in terms of the grammar and also the culture and the traditions of the African countries?
Yeah, I think they do. To me, I feel like those parents that I started with, they're already with us today. And I understand those who dropped, some points. Some parents were kind of scared, like maybe if we let our kids learn Swahili and then other contents in school kind of a little bit too much or for whatever reason, right? Because some of them, they like their kids maybe to learn only during the summer, and that's good. But at the same time, I'll tell you one thing, that I have kids who are coming back that they dropped, and they kind of forget a lot of things because our kids don't practice. Most kids, I will tell you that they don't practice these things at home, and me as a teacher, remember, I'm a math teacher. Like even in public school, when you teach kids, right, you don't expect them they're gonna go continue learning that at home. So when you teach them, you pour your all, like you really, really pour your all at that particular moment. Yeah, you can say, we send the homework. They can. So it's all up to the teacher. So all the blames always come back to the teacher. So it always that when we have the interaction with the kids, we're trying to do our best. So we can produce results, because at the end of the day, it's going to be the teacher. Yeah. So I appreciate parents. I know they're doing the best. I always encourage them. Can you try? These kids already knows a lot. Can you try to, instigate these small conversations? But I'm getting some feedback. Some parents are doing that at home, and they see the improvement, in grammar. And I'll encourage them even more to do that.
I know we're in the middle of the pandemic, the coronavirus. And the coronavirus has significant impact almost the whole world. And one of the thing or the question that I was going to ask you, are you planning in the near future after the end of this corona pandemic to have a tour or study abroad in Tanzania and take your kids as a part of the culture and traditional learning, and also at the same time exchanging with the students in Tanzania. What do you think about that idea?
That is a great idea. Actually, I had that. When we started, I introduced to the parents. And then who knows that this corona could last that long? So that's because when I started last year, yes, I know in the middle of the pandemic, it was really bad because the kids are not going to school or anything. But to me, I was like, okay, by next year, this time, everything gonna be, because I already told parents, that this is something that I'm truly looking to, introduce, because even the way we do, so we can take it to Tanzania kids and not only learning the culture. Some of them, I give them virtual tour. They can go and see area like Kariako. How is it? What is Kariako?
Right.
How is it over there? To go to the market and try shopping. I kind of show them like the buses over there, how it is, the conductors, the way they're behaving, so they can get a hang of it, because it's completely different world, to be honest. But at the same time, coming back to take them, my goal to go see like Kilimanjaro, Serengeti, and then all my classes, okay, I give the names. I had Kilimanjaro class, Ngorongoro, Serengeti, and I even introduced those names like Julius Nyerere, those prominent names, those people we truly appreciate, who did so much for the region, so all those kind of things. So I want them to get acquainted with those names. So when it goes to Arusha, okay, there's a class of Dar es Salaam, okay, so they know, oh, okay, so what is Dar es Salaam again? And sometimes I even get outside, like also Nelson Mandela. I have a class of Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah, so they can get to know not only the East Africa itself, but also Africa as a whole.
Very good. It looks like you're using a very good teaching, what they call it, the methodology that can attract or making your students to be more interesting in learning the Swahili language. Let me move this conversation towards the, let's say, the cooperations between your Habari Academy, maybe with the one of the Tanzanian agencies or entity that is interesting to partner with you and to be able to assist you maybe in either study abroad or studying in Africa and Tanzania. What do you think about this idea of partnership with one of those, let's say, academy or the Ministry of Educations in Tanzania?
That's a great idea. That's something that I was really looking forward to. I contacted the embassy, Tanzania embassy here. So they submitted a document they needed. So that's something that I'm truly looking forward to, because my vision is very big. So I'm looking forward, to hear more from them, because it has been like a little while, not so much, but yeah, a few months ago since I had last contacting. But it was positive contacting, and I'm expecting a positive feedback. I'm always looking forward to partner. As I say that, I always be honest, like, I am not a Swahili teacher. I didn't go to school for Swahili, right? Yeah, I have teaching skills which are helping me a lot, since I have a master's degree in a curriculum instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really would like to partner with those, Swahili guru kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
those like Baraza Kiswahili Tanzania and things like that, Department of Education. Take a look at those curriculum. If they already have something created that it is for these kids, are always called that they are, Swahili as a second language learner, so it's not the first language. So the curriculum probably is used to teach public schools in Tanzania is now going to be suitable for these kids. Yeah, because they never learned, they never spoken Swahili, so they have that, KSL. I take it from ESL, English as a second language. So I take that as a KSL, Kiswahili as a second language. Yeah, so if they have those kind of curriculum, I'm trying, honestly, even myself, I'm trying to gather so much from different sources, and at the same time, try to create something that fits. Because when you try things for the first time, you say this fits, this doesn't fit. So it's always kind of try and error kind of thing. And then eventually I can be able to create the sequence, a flow that I'm truly looking for, to say, okay, this I'm satisfied. I think this is give me maximum result that I'm looking for. Yeah, so it's always the beginning, and I'm always welcome to partner. Even the government in Tanzania itself, Mama Samia, and all that. Yeah, so I think we can produce something very great, and the kids are getting very excited. And to me, what is really, really most important, of course, I'm so passionate about these kids, that the parents that are from the region, right? Because I just want to feel like we're losing a generation, like to America. America is a great country. So if you don't introduce anything about our cultures, they're gonna completely forget about it. So it's important for us to keep including them. But also, my mission is to go out and expand Swahili as a whole, like really. Those visitors are going over there, tourists and all that. So I'm trying, looking forward to partner with different agencies from the government of Tanzania.
You have alluded so many things that are so significant, important in connections with the language itself and relationship with the Tanzanian government. And also, you have mentioned the name of our new president, Mama Samia Suluhu, because you're so excited. I know she's the first woman president in an East African country. And also, we do have a female Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Balozi Libileta Mulamula. What is the message are you sending to our new foreign minister, Mama Mulamula, with respect to your work that you're doing in Houston, Texas, in particular the language itself in Habari Academy?
Yeah, that's right, Mama Mula Mula. Mama Mula Mula, she's one of our own, right? She's been here for some time. So we get so much acquainted to her. And we feel so much connected. Like, I feel so much connected now to the, Minister of Foreign Affairs than it really was, before. Yeah, so Mama Mula Mula, I know that she'll be a great partner. She's always helpful. She's always looking forward to reach out. Yeah. I remember I have a picture with her too, one time. She came here to Houston, so I mean she's so much getting herself involved with so many different things. So I know that once the message get across to Mama Mula Mula, I know she can be so much helpful. And I'm very also grateful for Mama Samia. She's very welcome, she's very warm, so I believe that we can do so much together. So Mama Samia, wherever you are, so I'm really looking forward to hear from you.
That's the very, very powerful message that you have sent to both of the women who are taking a lead to lead a country like Tanzania, and that has been known for the let me say it's a hospitality, the way how the past leaders have led the country in a positive direction. Let me shift this gear towards now your event that is scheduled on the June 5th of this year, 2021. In the last word, I think we've been here talking almost more than 15 minutes. What is the message are you sending now to all our listeners and our viewer of this show with respect to your show coming up on June 15th?
Yeah, June 5th. Okay, yeah.
June 5th, I'm sorry.
To me, I feel like, the could be parents who heard about Habari Academy before, but the reader, it's just starting, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So to me, I welcome them on that day. I really welcome everybody. I really welcome Mama Samia, Balozi, everybody. I truly welcome them, all the parents, so they can see for themselves what our kids are doing and what our kids are capable of. Because sometimes we underestimate our kids. We think, oh, we can push them farther. Yeah, you can push them as much as they can be pushed, to learn. So that kids are learning and they're making improvements in so many areas. And I believe that those parents who are really, really patient, yeah. So I believe that they're going to continue to keep their kids into the academy, and they're going to continue to see improvement, because honestly, my goal is just for these kids to be able to read a book, to like literature in Swahili, So it's not like somebody will say, oh, my kids can speak Swahili, hujambo, si jambo. But that's not enough. These kids need to be literate, right? They need to read a book. They need to write an article. That's what we are looking for. So we want to give them the opportunity, the same opportunity that we got, back home, or those kids back home in a public school that are getting. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm welcoming all communities, Tanzanian community in America, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., California, Ohio, Florida, Houston. Come and see what our kids are capable of. That's my message.
Very well. Come and see how our kids are doing, or how our kids have accomplished so far. And then I think that's the right message that you're sending to the Tanzanian community and the East African community and all our friends here in the United States. So can you tell us where do they need to go and join or find the information that related to what you have just alluded a few minutes ago?
Yeah, that's right. So the event is live. I mean, it's going to be via Zoom, 11 a.m. Central,
Hmm.
June 5th, which is like 12 p.m. Eastern. And all they'll have to do is they're going to register. And we are looking for a guest of honor. So we thought our Balozi here in Masiligi in America. So wherever you're Balozi, we really welcome you. You're our first choice because you're one of our own. You're here with us. And then Dr. Patrick, I'll send you a link that you can put over there so that all the parents they can register, because I like to get to know who is coming to our events. Yeah, so and then we're gonna go out and spread in so many different ways. Our website at habariacademy.com. You could also register over there. We're gonna try to make sure that we put those links almost everywhere, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and everywhere as far as we could reach.
That's the CEO and founder of Habari Academy. She's joining us live from Houston, Texas. Thank you very much for taking your time to speak again with American Swahili News and Swahili Villa Online TV. We really, really appreciate it for taking your time. Thank you again for joining with us.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Patrick.
Thank you.